So we have a new Olympian champion in Samson Deserve. And what an Olympian champion Samson is going to make. He poured his absolute heart into this prep and he looked incredible. First time I saw Samson at prejudging, I knew that this was over. Samson brought what we all wanted to see for all these years. The physique that we knew that he had. Samson brought it all together at the Olympia. And what a physique, guys, the back has transformed. If you go back in 22, you'll see that the back was the worst back in the Olympian lineup. Samson, whatever he's done, has transformed his back. It's more dense, it's thicker, and he knows it. It's denser, it's thicker, it's wider. Samson's posing is masterful. And I think all of this combination put together, it was undeniable for the judges. We all want to see the next Ronnie Coleman, and that's never going to happen. But let me tell you now, Samson brings a freakiness and uniqueness in his own factor. He's so well balanced. Look at the back from 2 years ago. Transformations like this are only built through blood, sweat and tears. That's a fact. Again, looking at a close-up at prejudging, the fullness on the chest, the fullness on the arms, the sweep in the quads, the separation in the abdominals. He brought everything together. Don't get me wrong, Derek and Hoddy looked amazing, but they just didn't have the freak factor. If Samson wouldn't have added from the back and the new size, he would not have won. He won because of the freak factor, coupled with the condition, which, let's be honest, it wasn't as good. As you can see in the back now, it was amazing, but it wasn't as tight as Hoddy. But Hoddy didn't bring, and Hoddy could not bring the freak factor that Samson can bring. This is Ronnie Coleman 2.0. I'm going to say it now. There's never going to be a Ronnie, but this is as close as it gets. I knew that the judges, as amazing as Hoddy looked, and I thought he looked better at finals, Hoddy was not going to win, and I'll just be honest with you for two reasons. Do not get offended, and if you do, I don't give a shit. Hoddy did not win because, one, he's Iranian, and we are at war. The West is at war with Iran. Number two, he doesn't speak English at all. He doesn't seem to make an effort to speak English. How can you have a man that's a representative of the Olympia that does not speak English? And three, he walked off stage, so all of these things coupled, Hoddy will never win an Olympia again. I'm sorry, fanboys, but he will not. And one, Samson is only getting better. Samson's only 32 years old. And he's keeping the midsection intact, yet he's added this new mass. Coupled with the condition, I can see this man dominating. Only, that said, Martin Fitzwater, for me, this is the next big thing. The next Phil Heath. He brings everything. The condition, the fullness, the structure. He doesn't have a weak pose. And Martin's still in his 20s. So be rest assured that the next couple of years in the Olympia are well taken care of. Martin from the back. Look at the detail from the glutes down to the hamstrings. He is rock solid. And that back, once he builds maturity, I believe we are looking at the next Olympian champion. And to finish fourth in your first show, that is like Phil Heath's first appearance. Only great champions finish so highly. Martin's got it, and I do believe that this is the next Olympian champion. Unless this man can continue to dominate. So I want to know, do you think that Samson will be a dominant champion, a 4- or 5-time Mr. Olympia? Do you think Hoddy was robbed? What do you think of this Olympia? Was it a great Mr. Olympia, or was it a weak Mr. Olympia? Obviously, Nick Walker, Nathan Diasha, Beirut, Tabani were missing, but they are outsiders. Let me know what you think, and let's get into discussion. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.